And let's talk for a few minutes about the why we think there's this labor shortage here. I have some ideas. I'm certainly no expert, but I pay close attention to this stuff. So I'd love to get your thoughts on some of this stuff.
Absolutely.
I think low to mid-range jobs have been hit the hardest. Entry-level jobs.
For sure. Yep.
One of the things I've noticed, at least in my area, is far less kids work in the service businesses, or whether it's fast food or whether it's delivery things we're talking about or whatever. Many more kids in our area are pushed either academically or sports or things that would otherwise take up all their time where they would want to work and make some extra money. The place that does have a bunch of kids working has always paid more than other places, and that's In-N-Out. In-N-Out burger here on the West Coast, the starting pay has been $15 to $18 forever. It's been just that way.
Yeah.
And so they're enticed to go in there, but a lot of the other places I notice has become more of a, career thing, and also a different demographic. It's also, a number of immigration, immigrants that have taken those jobs. And I look at during COVID, our legal immigration slowed down.
Oh, big time. Yeah, of course. Right.
So that labor pool that's usually coming in that may have filled some of those positions at Chipotle or wherever, they're just not as available right now. I think we're feeling that. And then, we're going through this thing, they call it like the Great Resignation and this kind of thing, which I think is kind of not quite the way that's really going on. People are leaving for higher paying jobs.
Yes.
Right. They're going to, I read an article, about a maid at, a small hotel chain that was getting paid like, I don't know, $8 or $9 an hour to clean. And, the Target right down the street is entry, come in, start working. It's like $18 an hour. Well, because Target, it has more resources and they're hurting for labor, and they're going to keep raising. They're going to reach this equilibrium, right? And they're going to pass those costs on to us eventually, right? We're going to do it.
Yeah.
Another thing I've read about is
interesting. Okay. So you think that the reason for this labor shortage reasons are immigration, lack of kids working.
I think those are two large impacts.
Top two.
I don't know about top two, but I don't know if I can qualify them. But I also think that there's a few more. During the pandemic, people saved a lot more money. They didn't travel as much. Plus, they got some stimulus money. In some cases, very significant. In some cases, still getting it in the form of like a child tax credit and some other things. State of California sending out money. That has allowed people that would have gone back into the workforce to stay home longer. And I think we're still feeling the effects of that, right?
Interesting.
One of the things I really was glad to see is that in 2021, more people started their own businesses after leaving working for other people. 1.5 million new companies started in 2021, the highest on record. That's according to the U.S. Census website, highest ever recorded. So a lot of those people that have left have gone out on their own, said, you know what, I'm not making much money, or I want to start up something. And whether it's online on their own, the side, maybe, a lot more of the side hustles maybe became full-time gigs, which I think is great.
And you think that's, I think you're probably right that's pulling out of the workforce.
At a different level, not maybe on an entry level or a lower end service level, but certainly on a mid-level, that people are like, I don't want to do this anymore. You know how many times I've heard people tell me now that they stayed home, worked from home for a year and a half or whatever with COVID. They're like, I'm never going back to the office.
Right.